Growing up in Israel in the 1990s, there was never any particular moment when I started being a Zionist, just like there was no moment when I started being a Jew. Being a Zionist to an Israeli Jew simply means being a good citizen.
My father was 8 years old in 1948. The family lived in Ramla, city of central Palestine. My family were thriving farmers. We lived in a peace. Muslim, Jewish, Christian, celebrated each other holidays and worked together. After the Balfour Declaration, everything changed. Palestine was partitioned, and although the Zionists got almost 60% of the land, they wanted more. They occupied the city of Lod, and many Palestinians were killed. My family went from being farmers owners to being refugees in camps, to being homeless and stateless. My dad just started to share his stories because after 69 years, his wounds started to bleed. He has nightmares when he screams and wakes up horrified.
My ongoing struggles with Zionism have been defined by the fact that it was Zionism in the first place that radicalized me. It was in Zionist education that I learned to develop a critique of society and to think about how race, class, and gender contribute to privilege and inequity in my daily life. I'm not proud of how long it took me to reach my current convictions about Zionism. And yet, I cannot regret the attachment to Israeli society that my education afforded me.
I was born in Romania during World War II. I grew up in Tel Aviv and spent years on a kibbutz. As a liberal Zionist, I prided myself on my progressive values. I was against wars, racism, and discrimination. I did not know how much I didn't know. The population in Israel-Palestine is divided about half and half, Jews and Palestinians. Yet, I did not have one Palestinian friend, acquaintance, or neighbor. The Palestinians are on the dark side of the moon. Do you know that in Jerusalem city maps, Palestinian neighborhoods are blank, as if they don't exist? It has been hard work to examine my own mind. My solid identity has been shaken and then broken.
I am a Palestinian American whose family has lived in the West Bank for over 400 years. I also have family in Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, Israeli soldiers are everywhere. When they see my Palestinian name, they treat me like a criminal. They pat me down and check my bags. It's stop and frisk, Brownsville, Brooklyn style, every single day for Palestinians. I remember seeing a group of Israeli soldiers going up to a young Palestinian man and slapping him around and calling him names. He looked scared and confused. His hands went up to shield his face. My instinct was to protect him, so I walked toward the Israeli soldiers. One of the soldiers came up to me, put a gun to my head, and said, "Do you want to die?" I would show my face in this video, but I fear for my safety. We've been threatened because we're Palestinian and because we're Muslim.
My father was born in Hebron, Palestine. He always identified as a Palestinian Jew. He was very Jewish and very anti-Zionist. People are generally surprised by this, but there are a lot more of us than you think.
I wanted to learn. I wanted to see.